Cheers, everybody.
Hi there.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday.
And it's a Wednesday night again.
So this will be next week's
Thursday
video.
or something.
So anyway, it's Wednesday. This will be next week's video or Thursday's video or whatever. Happy Homebrew every day.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just getting a beer here. So we actually have quite a bit to talk about.
Two brothers sidekick. Look at how clear it is.
Imagine that.
It is.
They have a centrifuge.
Beautiful. Yeah, they do.
I'm thirsty. Let's get a drink.
Cheers,
guys. Mmm.
Now that I like, I could drink that.
I could drink a gallon of that.
And I have.
Tastes just like ours.
Yeah, ours was really close to this, I'll tell you.
So, we like that beer so much.
We did it twice.
Brewed it again this weekend. I did most of it. Elder P had some stuff going on. So he was in and out, but my wife's birthday is coming up, so I kind of did it for her. And we wanted to make some more beer too. So,
yeah. So now you
got an all grain down?
We got
second all grain.
15 gallons in the primary fermentation right now.
Plus.
So
that
plus
batch,
choice. So
yeah,
Josh's.
Well, no, because the batch I made came out to over 6 gallons.
Oh, that's right.
So check out this footage of the fermentation. In addition, I got beer mail! Some of you might have seen the video where I chugged the 24 ounce...
22 ounce
22
IPA.
ounce of the IPA.
Yeah.
So I've got beer mail, and we're going to crack into that and see what we got. But before we crack into that, I want to say thank you, Paul, from PA Brew News. I really didn't expect to win that. But hey,
ta-da!
Ta-da! That was rad, and you're a stand-up guy, man, and your smoked stout, I can't even pronounce it. You know how to pronounce it, the
He'll put it right there.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Okay.
Rochenbach or something.
Yes.
Anyway,
we'll look it up. It's in the book.
Let's see what we got. So it's very well packaged. It's a great job on that. Let's hope that it is all intact, and based on your other beer trades and such, I imagine it's just fine, Paul.
Which end is up?
A bag in a box.
Wrapped in bubbles.
Oh man, is this well packaged?
Holy cow. Wow. Here.
Oh yeah. Number one. Oh man, that sounds great. It's the Big Gruesome Chocolate Peanut Butter Stout. Awesome.
Wow, cool.
Very cool label. This is from Springhouse, and they're in Conestoga, PA.
I've been wanting to try that chocolate peanut butter combination.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. I saw a chocolate peanut butter porter that DJ
Howdy.
did. Very cool. Numero uno.
This is going down too easy. I'm going to see if I can find another.
We got some Yards. Now Yards, I've had a couple of their beers, and this is the Yards IPA. That's it. Philadelphia Brewery.
Very cool.
Cool, man. It's another beer from Yards. That's the Extra Special Ale. Focus. Boom. Another one from Yards out of Philly. Last week I was on the road, and you might have caught that from my late Homebrew Wednesday. I was in Minneapolis area, and while I was driving through St. Paul, I stopped at Flat Earth Brewing or Flat Earth Brewery. Anyway, I did a quick couple samples with the head brewer there. His name's Bob. Great place. They just bought out earlier this year. They bought the old Hams Brewery in I think it's in St. Paul, like right downtown. and it was just abandoned and run down and full of graffiti. They've completely gutted it, whitewashed it, and they're moving the brewery into that facility. So they're bringing back some nostalgia, some old Americana. Very cool, guys. Keep up the good work. Here's a quick little clip of their outfit as it is today. Yeah. Back to the beer mail. We've got some Fegley's Brew Works Hopsalutely Triple India Pale Ale. That's one I have not heard of, and sounds delicious. So I'm looking forward to that one. And this is a brewery in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
That's just awesome.
Yeah, that's so cool. And I don't see a date on this one, but this is a whopper at 11.5%. So
Holy crap.
That's way cool. Way cool.
That'll kick you.
And let's see. So that brewery's been around since '98. So good deal. Let's see if there's anything else in here.
I think you're getting down to the
I think that's it.
That's awesome.
So thank you, Paul. Awesome stuff, man. Never win contests. That's like twice I've won a contest. Thanks, YouTube buddies. All right, so.
Oh, look. Mine's changed color.
And refilled itself.
Yeah.
So, couple other little things. Homebrew, brewery, so on and so
Apples.
forth related.
I would like to tell you,
Yes.
I took about 6 bushels of apples to Gould's Cider Mill. Gould's Cider Mill, and had these apples crushed and pressed, and I picked up. I took 4 of the cornies, and we've got 20 gallons of cider. 10 of which we're going to turn into hard cider and apple wine, and the other 10 we're going to disperse amongst our family and
Share with the
have fresh cider. Going to freeze some for future use, but
my brother, grandparents.
yes. So a lot of great apple cider, boy. It's
Awesome.
tasty too.
It is some of the best I've ever had.
Unbelievable.
So when it's
Great
fresh.
year for fruit.
Yes, great year for.
And our tree
Just about everything.
is still loaded. We haven't even picked our tree. So we may be going back to the cider mill. They've got some old equipment. I wish I had some footage of it because, I mean, the patent date on it's original equipment from back in the late 1800s. They're still using it. It runs off a belt. They got a motor outside that runs the belt, runs
mule?
through to crush the apples, then the press. It's just unbelievable. Family operation. It's just really nice. They do a great job. It was $3 for the processing per gallon. So for 20 gallons, it cost me $60. But the product quality is unbelievable.
And if you were to go to Walmart or a grocery store, market, whatever, and pick up fresh apple cider, I saw it at the store the other day. It was over $6 a gallon.
Yeah.
So if you do the math, that's like $120 worth of apple cider.
Yeah.
That's fresh, hand-picked by your hands
Yep.
for half the price of what you'd buy at the store.
So it was great.
And you cut down on all that waste from all those gallon containers that you'd have to throw away.
Yeah, we were thinking
it's
about what are we gonna do, and they
Where are we going to put it? Where are
yeah.
we gonna
So
put it in?
it was perfect. We had these cornies that were sitting here. We PBW'd them and then star sand them, and they were ready to fill. And now we got all this cider.
So we also got through the kegs and got to see condition of the O-rings and gaskets
Yeah.
and valves
Did
and
a full
stuff. So
breakdown.
we have
rebuild.
we have an idea of what we need for parts to make them all top notch. I mean,
Yeah.
we have a couple that the the valves are busted on, and we need to get some new
Some
pieces.
replacement parts.
So when I was in Minnesota, this is kind of cool too, and this was what led to doing the all grain Sidekick clone again. When I was up there, I was driving around. I'm like, wait a second, I think Northern Brewers is up here, and they are. So
Sure enough,
so
right
what
there.
so what I did was I looked them up, and yeah, they had a location in St. Paul, and they had a location in hold on a second.
Finish it up.
They had a location in St. Paul. They also had a location in Minneapolis. I went to the St. Paul location, and it turns out that was their first store, a couple blocks down.
Rampant.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And I poked around, talked to the guys real nice, asked a few questions, talked about the merger buyout with Midwest. So Midwest Supplies, which is also in Minneapolis, I believe, or somewhere in Minnesota. So yeah, we talked about it and got the rundown from the source, really. And then before I left, I picked up a few O-rings for the kegs, a couple of kits, repair kits, and also some of the hops that my homebrew shop was out of. So, pretty cool.
We get their emails. Midwest had an offer: buy 2 all-grain kits, get a 3rd one free. By God, the next day I get the email from Northern Brewer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm not on that list.
same offer.
That's pretty funny.
So they're doing the same kind of offers and same kind of promotions. It's real nice. So we tapped into it. We're gonna get 3 kits for the price of 2. We're gonna do a kiwi IPA.
I'm gonna do a kiwi crossing IPA. So these are all grain, but they're kits. And I priced out all of the grains. No, not at all. Huh? I priced out all the grains. If I were to buy all the grains, I went to a couple different sites and I looked. Okay, if I were to buy all the ingredients separately for all 3 beers, would it be saving anything? It turned out that if I just used Austin Homebrew, for example, I priced everything out. I had to actually substitute some things. They didn't even have all of the grains that were listed in the kits, and some of the hops weren't available. It would have been over $90 just to buy all of the raw ingredients in those levels. Now, that's not buying a 50-pound sack of grain, which would have probably cut that down a little bit, but then I would have been paying more because I'd have more grains than I need, blah, blah. Long story short, it was less than $70 for the 3 kits. So Kiwi Crossing IPA, which is all New Zealand hops, which I've been really looking forward to trying. So it's not Laramie's recipe, but we're going to do that one. Autumn Amber, which is one of their house recipes. These are all house recipes, I think, from Midwest.
And a pumpkin.
And a pumpkin ale. So those will be fun. Pumpkin ale's getting down a little late for fall, but you know what? It'll be ready for Thanksgiving, and that'll be great. Slice of pumpkin pie with a pumpkin ale. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Really.
A little whipped cream on top.
A little whipped cream on top.
Yeah.
It'll be beautiful.
It'll be pretty good.
So that's cool. We got those coming up. So more brewing on the horizon. The brewing we did the weekend before last, I pulled some gravity samples and did some tasting. No footage, but I can say the one fermented down to 10, 12, right?
Something like
1.012. Real nice. Turns out to be just under 5%. The other one, the stout that I put the grains, we did a mini mash and grains and oatmeal. That one came in at 10.24, so not nearly finished as far as I can see.
We're gonna sit on it and let it.
And the tastes, I got it. That's the one thing I want to touch on. The taste was off, and I don't know if it's the combination of
these
the
extract kits they were
cans.
Pre-hopped, some of them.
Yeah.
So there was a mixture of different things, but they were aged cans. So we're taking that into account. We'll wait and see. We're gonna let it work for a while. See, because before we do anything drastic,
I'm ready.
We might be able to feed the hogs with it.
I wouldn't even know.
I don't know.
Feed the neighbors' hogs.
It may turn out.
It may turn out okay, but
nice.
I guess what I was gonna say is maybe I can get some advice from anyone who's gonna be watching this video this long. Is it worth pitching additional yeast on that? Is it worth just waiting it out? The mouthfeel is great. It's really really milky and creamy from the oatmeal, so the mouthfeel is great. But the flavor is just it's weird.
But yeah, it's like it. We pitched quite a bit of yeast in it.
Pitched a full 11 gram. 11. That was SO4.
SO4.
So yeah, never used SO4 too. So maybe that just doesn't ferment down as far as USO5.
It was dry yeast. It wasn't a liquid. We didn't get a starter going or anything. So that could have something to do with it. But
anyway, is it worth pitching a second packet of SO4 on top, or just letting it ride? I mean, we're not really invested in this thing much. There's a few dollars and some extra grains, so not a big loss.
At time.
So, okay, moving on.
I'm thirsty.
Take a drink, you
Okay.
lush.
Well, I'm almost done.
All right. So the other thing that I meant to mention it last week. Last week got crazy time wise. A couple of weeks ago, there was a video that was posted up on YouTube, and it kind of went viral. It went on the local news here even, and it was the guys that plumbed their buddy's house in New Zealand with beer. They crawled under the house and plumbed it all. And I don't know if you've seen it. I'll try to put a link down here so you guys can check it out. It was hilarious, and I just wanted to throw it out there that if anyone wants to do that at my house, you're welcome.
Or my house. It could be
Either
done,
one. Yeah.
Actually, I think the pipes are easier to access at my house.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
the old-
Just shut the well off.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't have kids living here, so it might be better. I mean, you can go without
love
brushing
to
your teeth.
shower.
Shower. I mean, you go to work and your boss says,
Hey, you smell
"Hey,
like a brewery.
Mr. P." All right, so the next thing was there was two things that I saw this week, and if you guys get on Kickstarter, you might have seen them. But there's two things. One of them, they're both homebrew gadgets, and they're trying to get funding for these. And now I'm not trying to promote these guys, but these things are pretty cool. I don't think they're up my alley. I'd rather do it the down and dirty way brewing, but I'm a big fan of gadgets, so they're pretty cool. The one is called Brewbot, and the other one is called Pico Brew Zymatic.
And Paul Wicksteed just put a link on Facebook about the one. I don't know which one it was, but it's awesome.
Oh, did he? I don't go
I just
on
saw it
Facebook.
today. So thanks, Paul. And
Yeah.
here's the link here.
Bing! All right. Sometimes it's easier to check in on Facebook with what's going on with people than to sit around and watch, 3 hours worth of videos.
Yeah.
Who's
And
got
a lot
that
of
kind
people,
of time?
a lot of people put links to go to the YouTube videos. So I mean, Hotback Nate had one, and I connected that way today. Who else did I see that had done that? Oh, Brad.
Puka.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Brad, I'm another Brad. That's
Small.
how many
world.
Brads? There's another Brad.
I'm a
too.
Nate too, so hop
Yeah.
back Nate. That's why I said
so
brother
that's-
Nate.
Yeah.
Happy Homebrew
Oh,
Wednesday.
by the way, I'm out. So I'm
that
gonna
happens. That's what he does. He's a beer evaporator. So one more thing, and then I'm gonna shut it down, even if he's not back. I've been dragging my feet on editing the video footage from the breweries in North County, North San Diego County that I was at. So I will get off my butt, get that done, and get those up. All right, so sorry we rambled on. This thing's like into the 20+ minute mark. I'm gonna edit it.
No, we're gonna cut it down. We're gonna speed it up. Thanks, Grant.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
From us here at
Under the Table Brewing.
and Huey.
Yeah.
Cheers. See you next time.
See ya. Mmm.